style. Did your friends just come and hang out?
Hi guys! To see how I did a massive, insane color correction on my dark purple hair with layer after layer after layer of color, permanent and semi-permanent, to get this gray silver color so I can blend my natural gray roots. Keep watching. All right, I am going for it. I am ready to see my silvers and stop using this temporary color. I am going all in, you guys. So this is where I'm starting. And because this is a semi-permanent color, the first thing I'm gonna do is remove the color deposit, which is just the purple. I'm using 20 volume developer. I'm not measuring, I'm just winging it. Then pure baking soda. Any clarifying shampoo. I'm using a dandruff shampoo and mix it up. I put a trash bag around my shoulders just so I don't get soaked. Before I do every single process, I'm using this K18 Professional Molecular Repair Mist, and I just spray my hair quickly with water. Spray this all over my hair, let it dry. I purchased this on Poshmark. I can link the seller that I used down below. She is a legit hairdresser and I was able to get my hands on this. So that is going to help protect my hair through all these steps I'm going to do. This is what the consistency looks like. And I'm just gonna start applying. Want to make sure it's completely saturated. Just to let you guys know, I did go to hairdressing school back in the 80s, but I have not been practicing as a licensed hairdresser. So I do kind of know the ins and outs of how color works on the hair. One of the most important things is make sure that you are taking steps to take care of your hair, make sure it stays healthy. You can't just dive in with bleach, especially when you have a lot of layers of different colors like I do. I would never recommend anyone trying this at home by themselves. This was a huge risk that I took, and I did a lot of research before I started. I knew the risks before I started, so please don't do this unless you normally do your hair at home and bleach your hair at home. And maybe this can give you some tips on how to have your hair come out a lot more healthy. Whether you're doing this at home on your own hair, or even if you go to a hairdresser, you have to be honest about every single thing that you have in your hair. I have permanent dyes in my hair. I have permanent red dyes. I have temporary red dyes. I have permanent blonde on top of that. I have permanent brown. Then I strip that out. Then I put in other temporary colors. That is a huge, huge, huge thing that your hairdresser needs to know. And you need to understand before you start diving into removing the color. And put a bag. Okay, so when I was washing my hair, I had this cap just on the top part so that I didn't get the rest of my hair wet, because I am only working on the bottom part of my hair right now. I'm going to do the complete process only on the bottom, and I'm not touching the top. It still has some soap in it. I'm gonna rinse that again. All right, so if you don't have really good water pressure or your hair is thick. Make sure it is rinsed super good. You don't see any suds in it. I am so happy. It looks like most of the purple is out. It did exactly what I wanted it to. And I did not use any conditioner. So what I'm gonna do now, between every single process, I'm gonna use this K18 leave-in mask, and you apply this on clean, washed hair that has no conditioner. And it feels like a conditioner, even though this is not. It's actually a molecular repair. I've been using this for quite a while now, and it has transformed my hair. I first saw about it on Instagram, Jack Martin Colorist, who does the most incredible one day from even black box dyed hair to white, silver, platinum hair in one day with no damage. And these are the products that he uses, the K18. And his track record has been 100%. So I am following as much as I can that I learned from him to keep my hair healthy through this whole process. All right, this is the first step. You can see all of my new silver growth here. I do have some natural black mixed in, and it took out a lot of the purple. You can see the difference from the purple . We're gonna do round 2 of the color remover. It's the next day because it was getting late last night. So all I did before I went to bed is I put some coconut oil through my hair to moisturize. Now I am going to do color Oops, which I've used this so many times. I'm like a pro at it. I also did the same thing. I sprayed my hair, first misted it with a tiny bit of water, put in the K18, waited until it dried, and now I mixed up the color Oops. I'm going to apply it to my head, put a bag on my head, put a towel on my head, and let it sit for 20 minutes. And then you need to rinse and shampoo 4 times. So you have to make sure it's completely rinsed out so it doesn't oxidize and redeposit the color. That is like a really important part of this. You want to make sure it's completely saturated. Get extra boxes if your hair is long or thick. I also put a towel on it because you don't want this to get cold, like if you have any air conditioning on, and it will process better. I washed my hair 4 times and rinsed it, and no conditioner because I'm going to put in the K18 mask in between every process. So just to explain why I am doing all of these different steps, because I have permanent hair dye in my hair. That's where I started. I had a lot of layers of permanent hair dye, And then I stripped out the color with the first method I showed you, just to get it as light as possible. And then I put this semi-permanent purple on top. So I had to start from the beginning. I had to now remove the semi-permanent purple with the first step that I showed you with the baking soda, shampoo, and developer. So that got out the semi-permanent, which stays on the surface. It only goes in the hair shaft a tiny bit. So that's why I did that step first, to get out as much purple as I possibly could. Then I did the color oops, which is for permanent hair dye that is inside the hair shaft. Permanent hair dye is like box dye, or when you're using a developer to put the color on your hair. So I'm going through all of these steps to completely get rid of as much as possible before I go in with the bleach, because I just want like a clean bleach. I already know that I'm getting everything out of my hair possible, and the next step will be the bleach. All right, this is where we're at right now before the bleach. So I sectioned off my hair. I pulled out pieces that were a little more fragile to do last, and a piece on the bottom. And we are going for it, guys. I used the Blonde Me with the bond enforcing protector, the Blonde Me Bleach 20 volume, and the Blonde Me powder. I've got it mixed up. It is blue, so it will help to tone. I also have a mirror set up behind me so it's easier to see what I'm doing. So I'm not going to bleach over my natural gray roots, because that's the whole point of this, is to let my natural gray hair grow out. This is about 7 or 8 months of growth. Make sure it's completely saturated. All right, I have not even looked at it yet, but I was able to see how it was processing, and I noticed that old, stubborn red hair dye was pulling through, so I'm hoping for the best. See the pink? That is If I had never dyed my hair red, this would have been a flawless transition, but I still feel like I'm going to be able to make this work. And oh my gosh, I'm so happy. My hair feels amazing. Every step that I took to protect the integrity of my hair was so worth it. And there's no conditioner in my hair right now. And I'm doing the K18 mask again. I really feel like there is no way that I would have attempted this if I didn't give my hair almost an 8-month break from any coloring or anything. I was only using the temporary Arctic Fox color, which is kind of just like a conditioning color. And that is what made this all possible, is giving my hair a break. Otherwise, I would have done this at the beginning, but my hair was in no condition to do this. I've been taking really good care of my hair, and that is what allowed me to do this and keep my hair healthy. Wow, my hair is so strong, no breakage. I can feel how strong it is. I remember when I attempted this, and I actually had a hairdresser do it, the second bleach that I kind of talked her into doing, my hair snapped off literally at the scalp in a lot of places. And I know my hair so well, and I knew that I could do this in the right steps. And I am super happy with where I'm at right now. So it is the next day, and I had my hair in a bun all night. So you can see the pink that's still in my hair. And because I made the decision that I was going to do one bleach and one bleach only, and that's it, I was going to figure out how to tone from there. That's what I'm going to do. If I decide to bleach again, it won't be for at least 6 months, and then I'll determine the condition of my hair. Because it's so healthy and strong right now, I do not want to damage it. This is the leftover that really got deep into the hair shaft. And if you never dyed your hair red, you're not going to have to worry about this. Like, other than that, I would have had a perfect canvas for my silver. And now I am going to do the first step on the top of my hair. So this is where I'm starting on the top. And I'm going to do the 20 volume developer, baking soda, clarifying shampoo. Same exact thing I did on the bottom. Before I start, again, I'm going to mist my hair with a tiny bit of water, do the K18. Again, this is what I got from Poshmark, and let it dry, or a quick dry with a hairdryer, and then I'll go into the process. I covered the part that I already did with a bag, and then I clipped all the way around. This is where we're at with the baking soda, developer, and shampoo. You can see my silvers, but there is a tint of blue in there that is from the Splat purple that I tried. I tried it one time, and the blue is stained there. Not the worst thing that can happen, because it kind of just enhances my natural gray. Now I am doing the Color Oops to get out as much of the permanent color as I can. Okay, this is gonna take some Bleach Miracle to do this top part. This is after the color Oops, and there are so many colors in my hair. Still a little bit blue, but now it has like kind of a greenish tint. But we are just going to let this sit until I bleach it. Just let it rest a bit here. I have to figure out the bleach pattern I'm gonna put in and pray for the best. Again, you guys, this would never be this crazy if I had not had so many layers of color, semi-permanent and permanent, in my hair. That is what the issue is right now. So I just dampened my hair, the bleached hair, and we are going to tone. To tone it, I'm using Wella T18 and 050 equal parts, and then the 10 volume Ion developer is what I had. 2 bottles of this, and then I fill up these bottles 4 times with the developer, mix it up, and I'm putting it on damp hair. Oh my gosh, it came out great. My hair feels amazing. See this kind of warm band around here from where the bleach touched my natural silvers? What I'm gonna do is take a charcoal mask, color mask, and put that on there to tone that. All right, the hard part is done. My hair feels great. It looks dry because I don't have any conditioner in it right now, but it's healthy. My hair made it. The bottom is already toned gray. And the only thing is I was not able to save my almost 8 months of gray root growth on the top because I just really was not liking how it was blending. So I just went right to the scalp in most spots. And in the back is the only place that you can see my natural gray growth, but it's darker in the back anyway. So what I'm gonna do now is the same thing I did to the bottom. Color Charm T18 and 050 mixed with 10 volume developer on damp hair. So I'm gonna wet my hair first. Finally done. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired, you guys, but it is done. I absolutely love it. So it definitely has a few warm spots because I had to keep going back and bleaching the roots, so it was kind of running on the bottom parts, and I was still going at 1 in the morning trying to bleach out some leftover spots. So there's like a tiny bit of warmth in there, but I don't care. For the first try, the first tone, I cannot believe how good it came out. I worked really hard on this, and my biggest goal was to keep my hair strong and healthy, that I wasn't going to have burned off hair, and it really paid off waiting almost 8 months of no permanent dye, no bleach, no nothing for almost 8 months. I only used the Arctic Fox tinted conditioner, the purple, but this was a massive color correction, and I still have some work to do on it that I'm just going to do slowly. Like in the back here, I still have not decided if I want to bleach to the root and then let my natural gray grow out again. I'm not sure, because there is a little bit of warmth going on in there, like where there's a band, and I don't want it to start growing out and coming down and then see that warm band here. So I kind of feel like this really defeated the whole purpose of me revealing my almost 8 months of gray growth, because I ended up having to bleach to the scalp. So I'm thinking I might as well do my whole entire head, just get those roots back there so it's a clean line when it grows out. I am absolutely loving it. I do still have some work to do on the toning. There is a tiny bit of patchiness, but for my first shot at this, the first bleach, the first toning, Alexa, stop! I am so happy with it. So I would love your opinion on something. Because initially I wanted to allow my almost 8 months of natural gray to show through and then bleach from there down. That didn't work because I got like a warm banding and I just really didn't like the way it looked. That's why I ended up going all the way to the root. So now I'm basically starting over with my virgin gray hair. But my question is, in the back, I think I want to bleach to the root in the back as well, just because there is some of that warm banding, and if I bleach to the root, I'm going to get a clean bleach, and then as it grows out, I won't have that warm band. Like you see up here, I'm gonna have a clean grow out. So let me know what you think. I really think I'm going to just bleach to the root, start clean, so there's none of that yellow banding. And then I'm just gonna play around with different purple shampoos, conditioners, toners, products, and I will keep you guys updated the whole way. What I'm using, what I find is working the best. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to see more videos. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Bye!